How you guys doing?
Good. Drake, what's it been like just getting acclimated here the last year or so?
It's been great. It's actually been one of like the most blessed things I've ever, been through. I was just walking through the halls, man. I had to call my dad. I'm like, man, just it's just like crazy to I don't even know, just to be standing right here in this spot, in the San Fran stuff, man. It's just I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's a beautiful, blessed feeling, man. 21 years of life, doing everything I did, just for this. So.
What'd you say to your dad? What did he say?
Oh man, we always just chop it up normally. It was like a family call, so I was just telling him like him and my closest friends that just got drafted too. I'm just telling him like, man, it's crazy. I say each and every minute, every second, it's just like, man, yeah, who would have thought?
How's your dad taking the fact that you're not with the Raiders?
He's taking it great. We've all been saying bang bang 49er gang for the last since I got drafted. And it's the song by I want to say it's E40.
Yep.
Bang Bang Niner Gang. That's his favorite song right now. So, I mean, probably won't switch over fully, but we got him. Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to your high school coach, and he said that might take a little bit of
Oh
time.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But nah, man, as long as I'm on the team, he'll be that team's fan. So.
Drake, what have they told you so far about how they want to use you, what weight they want you at, all that kind of stuff?
Really, I'm just on in right now. I can wait as much as I want, as long as I say as long as I'm putting out the same amount of talent and being big. You know what I'm saying? So, being able to be big without losing anything. So any weight that that I'm good at for that, then that's what I'm gonna be at.
Do you have a good idea of that since you
Uh,
kind of thought up
yeah,
down a little
I
bit?
say I like 265. Man, I want to go down 265. Just be shredded. Some, try to get my physique up and not try to, but work at it. Stack the little wins so I can.
They seem to have you earmarked for the role that D Ford had on the end in 2019. Have you gone back and looked at just how the ends are used and how they rush the passer and things like that?
I love it. It's a hunt. Every play is a hunt, and I just want to be a part of that pack. To go hunt with my boys. So.
How did the whole process at USC work? You were heavier that freshman year, and then they had you move to that linebacker position. Did they give you a choice, and did you do that for the team? That move to the lighter, more coverage oriented role?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everything was for the team when I did that. We had got a new coaching staff as well, so it just wasn't SC. We had got a new coaching staff, so the new coaching staff, he seen me at a different spot, so told me to lose weight, so he can run around a little more. And I said, all right, coach, let's get it. So I just always, I do anything for the team, really. Whatever coach says, as long as we win, that's all that matters. So.
Have you done any like Zoom meetings with the defensive line or on a text thread with all those guys yet?
Not yet. I was actually just thinking about a group chat last night. I was wondering if they had one, but I don't know. Not just yet. No, sir.
They may.
Yeah, they may. Yeah. Not yet. I can't wait for those guys to get here, man. That should be so great, man. It's gonna be great.
What do you think it is about your personality that's going to make you successful in the NFL?
Really, I get along with anyone, and I would say, I'm not, I'm not against anyone. I want to see everyone win, even if I gotta, someone's over me or something like that. I want to see him win still. I can learn off of him being in instead of, being mad all the time or something like that. So, I just rather uh, be positive with everyone, and just have it, because you be positive, down the road, you'll get something from it. So,
Have you connected with Nick Bosa yet?
he just texted me after draft, and then that was about it.
What did he say?
He said, "Hey, what's up, man? Welcome to the squad." And watching him, the whole D line, watching them hunt. Like I said, man, I cannot wait to go get out there with those guys and just turn up with them. Yes, sir.
Nick is so technical.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited to just pick his brain as far as the small hand details and that kind of stuff?
For sure, I want to text him that night, draft night. Just figure out. It's pretty much the answer to the test. You got that guy right next to you that's been doing it. And his brother, he can learn from his brother too. So it's like goes down all through. So it's like I get the answers. So I definitely want to learn and try to stay behind those guys that been doing it. And Eric Armstead, he freak too. So yeah.
Well, when did you first develop the ability to do the backflips and that kind of athleticism?
I've always had it. Always had it. Since a kid. I love trampolines and things of that sort. So, I always was, jumping somehow. And one day, I just seen someone do it and I was like, man, that's like a cool thing to do, a backflip. And at a young age I learned how to do it in a jumper. And then it went from jumper to trampoline. And then it went from trampoline to doing it at the beach. And then the only reason I did it at the beach because how it slanted to the water. I just thought if I jump down, I have more ways to land. So I did it at the beach first, and then end up doing it on my practice field at SC. It's just a courage thing for real. You just gotta break through a little barrier, like a mental barrier, that's so you can fully flip through.
Yeah.
The 49ers are about to invest a little bit of money in you. Are they nervous at all about your flipping?
Oh man,
ability
just
and
I don't think they're nervous, but I know I won't be doing it. Yeah, just to stay on the safe side. But that's just always been a thing I've done. So it's like I seen they had a just now I went in the gym and I seen they have like a little gymnastic thing. Man, I got excited. I got excited for sure, man. I wanted to do a backflip just then. But yeah, man. So.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate
it. And how's the first introduction here been?
I arrived yesterday. It was I'm still getting over the little time change from East Coast to West Coast, but it's been great. Like, I already met the coaches on pre-draft visits, man, and I'm getting to know the coaches better and better, and learning the scheme more and more. So it's been a good time so far.
What kind of plan have they laid out for you in terms of rehab and getting you back on the field?
Just day to day. They're setting a plan up. I actually went through eval yesterday, so they're putting together a plan. And I'm gonna just follow that plan to the T.
When you moved from linebacker to the defensive line, what did you, I guess, do to change your body?
Well, really, I moved from linebacker to D line because my body was changing. I was gaining a little too much weight. So, but yeah, it was just the biggest part about moving from linebacker to D line was just getting in my stance. I was already a physical linebacker, so once I got my stance right, I had the athletic ability and I had the physicality already. So just getting that stance together, that's what really made me into the D lineman I am today.
Was that a natural thing for you? I mean, just that position switch?
It kind of looks like it, but that stance, like my old coaches will tell you, the stance, it was the hardest part for me, so I've never been in the stance before 2019, but stance, most definitely.
The transition, like having played linebacker and from your vision point back there, how does that translate to defensive line?
It makes it easier because like as a linebacker, I'm knowledgeable of the game. So I knew the defense at UCF. Like I knew what everyone was doing. So, linebacker most definitely like helped me with my field smarts. And, they dumbed it down for D line. So like they don't really have that many responsibilities. So they just let you play. And I like that.
Physically, is there something from your history as a linebacker that you want to make sure you perpetuate as a defensive tackle?
I want to most definitely be the most athletic. I like the fact that I kept that athleticism as I gained, weight, and I feel like that's the best trait, most definitely.
There's been some similarities, between you and DJ Jones, who's obviously not on the team anymore. Have you been able to watch some of him, and do you feel like that's a role you can sort of fill?
I've been watching a lot of DJ Jones. He's a great player, man. And I don't want to be DJ Jones. You know what I'm saying? I want to kind of create my own lane. But most definitely DJ Jones is a heck of a player.
John Lynch specifically said after you were drafted to us, like, yeah, he's reminiscent of DJ Jones a little bit, which was, is obviously a nice compliment. Does that come with pressure on DJ Jones to sign a $30 million contract?
Yeah, I mean that's a great compliment, and I like I feel good after him saying that. But I'm not trying to mold myself after him. I'm trying to into this game and just, kind of paved my own way. But like when John Lynch, a legend like John Lynch is saying something like that, and DJ Mill 30 million, I got, like it kind of makes me feel good.
John mentioned that during the visit, I guess you couldn't golf because you're still rehabbing, but he said you're still the life of kind of the party, and that's why the 49ers liked you so much. Can you just talk a little bit about your personality and how important it is for you to be one of the guys that I guess brings a locker room together?
Yeah, I like having fun. Like football, like the NFL is a business, but football is football. Like it's a sport. You have fun with your brother. So I like to bring fun to the locker room, but when it's time to get serious, like it's time to lock in, and I most definitely can flip the switch.
What's your first impression of Drake Jackson?
Oh man, that's my guy. I've already met Drake, through Zoom meetings and things like that. But like once we got together and met in person, like we clicked. Me, him, Kevin Atkins. Those are my guys right now.
Been so far?
Oh yeah, got in yesterday. It was a good, nice flight, kind of Cleveland connecting through Denver. Really cool. I've never really been out the West Coast. I think the farthest west I've been was when we played Nebraska. So I think just it's a really exciting experience. I'm excited to kind of be out here, and it's really been going really well so far.
Your name's been bandied about as a possible center prospect down the line. I know that's not in your background, but how much has that been discussed, and what do you kind of think of that prospect?
I mean, yeah, I'm excited to kind of have the opportunity to play wherever I can, wherever the team needs me. I think that I haven't really talked extensively with Coach Forrester about it, but I think that's something that Mr. Lynch and Coach Shanahan mentioned to me on draft day. So I think that kind of whatever way I'm able to be versatile and kind of help the team, that I'm open to.
Do you have any experience with it at all, even just in practice?
Oh yeah, practice. I'd say kind of worked my senior year, just kind of wanting to again address my versatility, kind of being able to play all 5 positions is something that I really kind of want to stretch and kind of really show the most value I can possible to the team.
When in college did you sort of think or realize the NFL was a possibility?
I'd probably say after my junior year in 2019, I think that kind of got a lot of great feedback from my coaches, and I think that's kind of when I really was able to kind of really put a plan together and be okay. If I really kind of put my head down, kind of start working, get the best tape out there possible, just really kind of work my body, work my technique. I think that this is a dream that really is attainable, because you really always dream about playing in the NFL, but it's kind of it's always seemed so far away. But kind of when you're able to kind of really set those goals and really kind of believe that they're attainable, I think that's something that I realized post my junior year. Obviously, kind of COVID really put a damper on that, but I think it also allowed me to, one, get my master's, which is something I'm really proud of, and then 2, also come back for another year with my teammates and really put a nice 2021 campaign together.
If you had played, if you had to stop playing after college, and if it was going to happen, what would you have done as far as your career?
Well, obviously, I think that's a big reason I went to Fordham, is that so I'd be able to have a nice backup plan of football kind of when the game was done with me. And so I definitely think that there's a lot of opportunities that would have been available to me through the Fordham network or whatever. But something I always wanted to be interested in is kind of with my business analytics degree, kind of and a lot of the data kind of on the up and up in sports around something, working through whether in like the kind of analytics department for either football or kind of baseball, something I'm really interested in too, just because it's not as random as football. There's a lot more controlled variables. I think those kind of advanced sabermetric stuff, I think that's just something that's really interesting to me, kind of like the money ball, all that kind of things. So it's something that I like to keep open.
When did you get interested in the analytics side of sports?
I'd probably say my sophomore year of college, I think. Just kind of always surf like a baseball reference, probably something the coolest thing ever. Just even looking at like Barry Bonds' baseball reference page, probably one of my favorite sites in general. Just even like that 2004 season, that's something that's just it's so crazy, and just kind of being able to kind of like sites like Fangraphs, kind of making it so much easier for like a casual fan to kind of really see that stuff. And so that's a lot of stuff that I think that is really cool, and I kind of really tried to take notice of. And then kind of as I got further in my studies at Fordham, I was really able to kind of put the data analytics style and kind of being able to do stuff on the computer and be able to analyze stuff myself.
Well, obviously, football's not as far as long analytically as baseball. You mentioned it's more random, but how much do you believe that football has the potential, if people delve further into the analytics to quantify in the way that baseball can be?
I definitely believe that there's there's an access to it as well. I just think that you kind of have to have more of a balance between kind of an eye test and then kind of looking at the data, because then I think that, as again you said, there's so many more random variables. There's so much stuff to go against it. And I think that as we kind of learn to understand which kind of able to get rid of all the noise in that data, I think that kind of as we get further along, I think that it's going to become more refined. And I think that'll be really advantageous for a lot of teams to use.
Is there a data point that best reflects your number one asset you're bringing in as a pro?
Probably not, because O line is probably a tough one. But besides, kind of like ran like PFF data and all that. But I think just that for me, I think the eye test, especially kind of seeing that toughness on the field, something you can't really put in a spreadsheet.
I was going to ask you about that. You were talking about potentially moving to center. Alex Mack has that same sort of style. I don't know if you got to talk to him because he's on the fence, but he gets after guys after plays and seems to bother them. You seem to have a similar style. Where does that come from, and why is that important?
Yeah, I think definitely kind of watching guys like Alex, especially growing up in Cleveland and being drafted, I believe it was like 2008. So I kind of been watching him since I was very young, and kind of being able to see those great Browns O linemen, him, Joe Thomas, Mitchell Schwartz, just kind of really being able to kind of see how they are able to affect defenses, kind of move guys point A to point B, and just kind of being able to kind of just hear secondhand of how Alex was able to kind of take the game in and kind of what he was able to do. So I think that's something it would be great to be able to learn from someone like that.
49ers said they were super impressed with how you took the game in during the Senior Bowl. Started off rough, and then you made the adjustments. What were those adjustments that you made after day one that week?
Oh yeah, so I definitely think that a lot of it was my like set points coming at guard, because of course just strictly playing tackle in college, you kind of take 3 sets and kind of really reacting to the defender. Guard, it's much quicker. You got to get your hands on right away. Make sure not to overset. I'm going to keep that inside leverage because it happens a lot faster than it does on the edge. So I think that kind of as day 2, 3 of practice, kind of going into the game as well, something I really try to pick up is more and more. And I think just kind of becoming more comfortable with the playbook. I think the first day you kind of get thrown out there and you're kind of just really running around, just trying to make sure you do the right thing. But kind of you're able to get 2, 3 days of studying the playbook, you're really much more comfortable with it. You're not really worried about what my assignment is. You're kind of just worried about executing your assignment as fast as possible.
I'm sure at Fordham, one of the knocks was, your level of competition. When that came up, was there somebody or a team that you pointed to that, was a formidable opponent that you worked against?
Yeah, I would definitely say my graduate year, I think the 2021 season fall, playing teams such as Nebraska and Florida Atlantic, I think that was something that really served me well as kind of course, playing at FCS school, especially Patriot League. There's always going to be that strength of competition question mark. So I think kind of being able to show against a great Big Ten defense like as Nebraska was, kind of being able to really show what I was able to do, I think that's something that really helped me a lot.
Who did you go against in the Senior Bowl mostly when you were lining up the guard?
Oh yeah, guard guys like Travis Jones, Perrin Winfrey, Otito Ogbonnia. I think I'm probably butchering his name, but he was a great. All 3 of those guys are really great players in the interior. I think they're all got drafted. I think they're going to be very successful. I think that kind of able to play against that level of competition is something that served me very well.
We 2 more guys.
Data analytics, we're done.
Oh,
3-0.
You're a little younger, but Barry Bonds had some help in 2004. I'm not sure.
Oh, I of course. I think, but it started well. I think but I think even prior to that, you'd probably say he had a Hall of Fame career.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not a Giants fan, so.
Of course.
Yeah, he's trying to
There you go.
ingratiate himself with the fan base. You're
Yeah.
trying to get the fan base.
Guardians fan, right?
Yes. Yes.
Are you gonna go right up and hang out with the R&D department now?
Might have to put a word in.
Yeah. It's like, forget this John Lynch.
Okay, thanks, guys.
And how's everything been going so far?
I arrived yesterday about 5 o'clock. Got to the airport. It's just been great. The people here. When I went on the top 30 visit, found out I was coming here. I was just excited. Couldn't wait to get back.
I think you played at 229 last year. Is that right?
225.
225.
Yes, sir.
What are you thinking for this season?
I'll be between 220 to 222 this season. Yes, sir.
Do they, I think you were 211 at the combine.
Yes, sir.
Do they want you big just because of the physicality with which you run?
Yes, sir. Just pretty much like that's why I'm best playing at. Like around that weight, 220, 222. Yes, sir.
You got a chance to kind of look at some of the 49ers film and just the system that you're going to be entering, and any first impressions of it?
I'm just excited about it. Coach Shanahan's offense, everyone knows about it. well known. I'm excited to get out there and work, bust my tail, do whatever I need to do for this team, to win the Super Bowl. Yes, sir.
What was your interaction like with Anthony Lynn in the run up to the draft?
I love Coach Lynn. Different coaches are different. He's my type of coach. So that's another thing that I was very excited about. Getting in and learn. He have the experience. I think that's what you need as a running back coach. The details. Just for us like, just knowing the game. He was a head coach too. So he knows like all phases of the game. He can help you out in a way that some coaches can't.
When you say he's your type of coach, I mean, just the way he coaches, or like you said,
Just the vibe. I felt the vibe when I first met him. I could tell when I first met him. Yes, sir.
Pass protection from the running back position isn't easy when somebody's coming at you in a full bull rush.
Yes,
How
sir.
much do you pride yourself in being able to anchor against linebackers that are charging in hard?
Well, you can't pass until you're not gonna play. So that's like my mindset. Like you say, like for us, like with a linebacker, deliver the blow. Don't wait on it. Go attack him, punch him in his mouth. And just play football.
So you brought up the Super Bowl. Your freshman year at LSU, you won the national championship. So
No doubt, yes, sir.
getting that championship standard is kind of in you. You're hungry to get tasted again.
Yeah, yes, sir. Champion. I've been a champion all my life. High school, all levels of my life. So that's what I expect. So I'm just excited to come and be a part of that. Yes, sir.
You guys won state titles in Louisiana.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Yes, sir. Track too. Yes, sir.
What events did you do in track?
I ran the 100, 4x1, and 4x2 relay.
You can take on Danny Gray now.
Danny Gray? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
What'd you run the 100 in?
My fast time I ran 10.6.
What weight were you at when you?
Oh, I was over 230.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in high school. Yes, sir.
Right, playing running back, particularly the style which you do it, is not for everybody. How do you is there someone that instilled a certain toughness in you growing up?
That's just pretty much how I've been all my life. I just love contact. Just love because like defenders, they don't want that. They don't like that. So I'm just ready to like bring that to this next level. Show what I can do. And have fun.
There's
Yes, sir.
report that said that you were at your best at the end of games. Did you feel that when you were in those games that as defenses started to get tired, you started to rev up?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter when it is. I'm gonna go off whenever I need to. But like you say, like from like when I was telling him, like for us, like they don't want to keep tackling you. Eventually they get tired, but I'm not gonna get tired. I'll do the same thing all game. Yes, sir.
Do you think that your speed gets overlooked? That you don't look like a fast guy, just from a first glance.
Well, I mean, I say probably overlooked a little bit, but they can overlook all they want, but I'm gonna be going down the sideline. Yes, sir.
I think you look like a fast guy, no matter what.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Just one more.
Yeah, sure. What's up? I got you.
I'm sure you've seen Deebo Samuel play and George Kittle. They draft you. Do you get the sense that this is a team that, not running power specifically, but wants to have that element and kind of use against defenses this year?
Well, I'll say that, I feel like, every team needs that, especially like, you have to run the football to win games. It's proven fact. So, yeah.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.